Hi, welcome back to another Cup with Joe.
And Dakota.
Hope you've had a wonderful weekend. Today we're going to talk about Scotland beards, Scottish beards.
Not so much.
No, not so much. But it does play a role, though. The importance of focus to view communication through other people's lenses. Mm-hmm. And we're trying some coffee from New Mexico this month. Starting off with some free Rein Prospect.
Some cowboy coffee, Joe.
Cowboy coffee.
Hence the cowboy mustache today.
So it's a great day, and yeah. So Scottish beards.
Looks a little square today, Joe.
Trying for the square today. I can't do the part one. Like mentally, I just can't do the part one for myself. I could do it.
You're so close to being traditional.
Traditional?
Traditional. Having a traditional Scottish beard.
Mm. Well, when the wind blows, it goes. Whoosh.
Hey. Maybe we should go step outside real quick.
So for Scottish men in upper class, they typically have traditionally had the parted beard.
From the chin?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
For the chin, parted,
Okay.
and a square beard. It's sort of like this. There's different variations of a square beard, but this is the one that I am representing. Freshly trimmed and cut, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay. It's looking good today.
yeah, I think it looks good. Yeah. Either way, like even if it doesn't, I think it looks good. So.
I mean, you are gonna buy it. It's your favorite beard, right?
It's my favorite one. It's the only one that I get to support.
What about this facial hair, Joe? What does this do for in Scotland?
So a mustache
Okay.
is considered the lower class.
Oh. Wow. I guess I'm just the lower class of the two of us, Joe.
Well, I would say you're kind of working your way up because you already got the stash and the fuzz is coming, you know?
The fuzz. This guy. Anyway.
So did you know that if you have more facial hair, you were considered to be a masculine man and a warrior, like a warrior type of person?
Somewhere in the middle, I guess.
You're kind of like our coffee we'll talk about, a prospect.
He's got jokes today. Okay. All right. Jeez. Good. You know, Joe, I don't know. When I had my beard, I kind of sit in this like in between. Like, I want it to be bigger, but then also I'm like, I like having it being able to be contained, right?
Okay.
Like, just like maybe down to the bottom of my neck. I think a little bit shorter than yours. I think is where I cap. You know, I kind of like playing with it sometimes. Like the wife and the daughter like to braid it sometimes. Mm-hmm. Or like sometimes wife straightened it once. My hair's already fairly straight.
Okay.
On my face. And
yeah.
so like when it was straightened, it was like really straight. Wasn't a fan of that. But you know, I kind of like having like how you have it, a little more square.
But you like keeping, you say, contained.
Yeah.
But you like to let loose on Cinco de Mayo, though.
I mean,
you already. I mean,
sometimes you gotta let it go, Joe. Sometimes you gotta go with the flow.
Yeah, I'm already in Christmas season.
KILTco.com. Santa has a beard. Go get you one. Get it early. Christmas in July.
Christmas, well, not even quite July. We can't say that one yet. It's May. We really can't say that one yet.
Well,
when July comes, we can say Christmas in July.
We're getting there.
But back to the beards.
Back to the beards, sorry.
So there's been a little bit of a alteration, if you will, to the masculinity of beards among the Scottish peoples. What I'm saying is that they are making them shave their beards, their facial hair, to put on a mask.
Oh my God!
Hello, right? Hello.
All you Scottish officers of the law, I do apologize from the deep, dark depths of my heart. And that is a moment of silence for you guys.
And I do have a few, or we do have a few people that do come in and out of like England and Scotland there on the show here. So I'd like to even know more about that, if that's still a thing or not. I mean, I'm not there on a regular basis,
but I really hope it's not.
But this article was mid 2023, so it's fairly fresh. But this affects over 23,000 officers and staff.
Oh my!
So it's not like just like a handful of people or anything like that.
Some people.
It's a cultural thing.
I mean, I know you had your huge one in your job, made you shave it off too. That is
Like,
that's a commitment, because I know you had that thing for a while.
but like I said, like the military one, I understand because, like a gas mask, you need a full seal around that thing.
mean-
That one I understand.
Deadly gas.
Right, but to put on
That makes sense. Yeah.
like a FFP3 mask, which is just basically your regular
Disposable that we
mask.
all see laying around now.
Right.
On the ground.
Like-
Thrown there.
Like, to me, that's not enough of reason to go to that extreme.
I mean-
because that thing is not even a complete seal. It really is not even a complete seal
I
without beard.
kind of feel like the beard almost helps it seal a little bit. I mean, you still got air gaps, but I feel like the hair acts as a filter still. So like even if it, yeah.
Well, even during COVID, when I worked for my corporate job, like I wear one with my beard on. It wasn't as thick as this, but I did have facial hair. Dude, it was not a big deal. And the one time I caught COVID was with you and the other guys when we were working out, and I didn't have my mask on. Every other time that I had a mask on, with my beard on, I didn't catch anything.
I somehow avoided it.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, wherever that is, but.
But, yeah, so curious what you think. You know,
What's your opinion on that?
Beards and masks and beards. I know there's people just in general have 2 points of views just on the whole COVID mask like idea anyways, but in the sense of like culture and beards and identity and all these other things that come with a beard, what are your thoughts on a move like this to like make it mandatory or mostly mandatory? What I mean by that is that they were given some passes if it's a cultural or whatever
But at the end
a
of the day,
religious thing that
it
you
was
want to
the
do.
ultimatum of
Right.
shave the shit off.
Right.
Which is, that's rough.
No, it is rough.
That's rough.
Like it doesn't change any other part of their job to either do better or worse.
Well, I
on their
mean,
job.
I think you could go back even into like the shifting of it being more cultural, or in the business sense, men are starting to have beards in more executive positions. And
Right.
it's not such a stigma if you have facial hair
Yep.
to be an executive
Right.
of a corporate company. And I think that it's almost like a last ditch effort to try and keep that like
Sure.
clean shaven, whatever, because apparently, being clean shaven is a superior thing, Clearly it was not viewed that way in Scotland, but I kind of feel like they're trying to like almost use this as a ruse to bring it back.
So the thing is, and I'm kind of going off, like merging off a little bit here. Like beards have been part of culture since, let's just say the Egyptians. They really started to bring that into the fold. Mesopotamia, but the Egyptians, and it was up to like I think the early 1900s when it was like a doctor in an article was saying something along the lines that
It's always a fucking doctor.
right. It was some guy who was writing an article and said basically that beards are like uncleanly, and the hygiene and the bacteria that grows, but also what we've found in the past is the opposite.
yeah.
It's actually more of a filter before things go into your face or on your
I
skin.
mean, this is always going to be a very divided conversation, but I mean, at the end of the day, as long as you're not like rolling around in shit,
Right.
and you're washing your hands,
Yeah.
you take a shower every night,
Right.
wash your damn face.
It's no different than your skin.
Yeah, like, there's
It's
no,
no
not
different.
really a different. I mean, clearly we're biased because
Right.
we both have facial hair, and so we're not going to be like, oh my god, this is
Right.
the most uncleanly thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, let us know down in the comments. Do you have a beard? Do you have to shave it for work? Do you have to, I know firemen out
Is it
there.
necessary to
yeah,
shave it
like
for
I know
work?
firemen out there.
Well, they
you know,
wear masks,
right? Like
so I
again,
understand that one.
it's deadly gas, smoke.
But it's only like 2% of the
Gotta
jobs.
have it,
In
right?
it's
So, I
only
mean,
2% of
and-
jobs.
But they even could have. I've seen. We've all seen the firemen that have the nice short and
Right.
nice and tight mustache. Which,
Right.
by the way, but
He's like, good on you.
like they can still have facial hair.
Right.
They're not told that you can't have any.
Right.
And so I don't know. And I don't know. I feel like a police officer. I think when they have beards, it almost seems like they almost seem a little more friendly, right? Like they kind of
Right.
got that like Santa Claus look to them, right? Like you kind of want you feel comfortable a little bit. They
Right.
don't seem as like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just think that sometimes it's over thought, like they want to.
100%.
Like, it's usually that one or two people who are at the top of a company who cannot grow facial hair, so they want everybody else not to grow.
They're kind of they got beard envy, I guess.
Beard envy is a new thing. It's a thing.
I wouldn't say it's a new thing.
No, well, but I mean, we're saying as a thing.
Yeah.
And now, if I wrote an article for the paper and put my name as a doctor, maybe that might.
There we go.
Dr. McDonald's take on in-work beard presentation.
So make sure you take a whole page out and then put Dr. Joseph McDonald. Oh my goodness, that'd
be awesome. Yeah,
I like it.
I mean, I could put Scholar Joseph because I do have a scholarly
this is true.
one, so I do have that a title.
Damn.
So I do have that title.
Are you a doctor out there? Let us know in the comments. Is it really that bad to have facial hair?
Now, but we should probably, if we are trying to use our beards as a representation of ourselves, we should probably try to make it look good, though, right?
I mean,
no, at the least.
You gotta take care of it,
right?
Like, maybe
split ends and things going everywhere.
Keep it nice and smooth,
right?
Silky, maybe style it.
So,
like maybe use some KILT Beard Co Spring Awakening.
That natural light's just getting it. Oh, there you go.
Oh, damn. Or we could even take it a step farther.
Okay.
And go the best smelling beard oil known to man.
Yeah, this one.
Use some KILT Beard Co Highlands.
They're not recognizable scents that you've had, like sandalwood is a very popular scent. We have a sandalwood one.
Oversaturated.
Right.
Everybody's got one.
But trying new scents and smells, and these ones really take you to
Thistle and Heather?
Yeah. Who has thistle and heather in their
Find me, please.
A beard oil.
Please let me know. Okay. We'll take it a step farther.
And this one
what
too?
About pine?
Pine.
Cherry? Birch?
So cherry and birch, I don't see. Pine, I see in some people's.
Pine, but cherry and birch though?
Right.
Come on. By the way, all three smell together. Highland. Do it.
And these beard oils, all by themselves right here, just represent Scotland for Scotch editors. So we're staying on the theme today of the Scottish part of it all. And if you really want to see what it, or smell what it smells like to be in the spring in Scotland without going to Scotland, Spring Awakening. And then if you want the Highlands, some typical scents, you have the pine, birch, and cherry. So those are just 2 of our 4 in our heritage collection.
If you like the smell of spring, and I'm not even going to go into what that is because we all think it's different here at KILT Beard Co. The scent of this, if you like spring and you like the smell of spring,
right,
you want to get some Spring Awakening because that's what you're thinking right now is what it smells like.
Right.
I got nothing else on that one.
But I do have one more thing for you.
Oh boy, what do you got, Joe?
So for the month of May, we have KILT Beard Co.'s 1 ounce 4-packs, build your own 4-packs. We've got 9 oils, and these 2 are two options also.
Hey, those are 1 ounces.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So you get free shipping and your choice of a can coolie for your favorite beverage. So yeah, it's going to be. So if you get those half filled, and you need to reload. Yeah, it's a good time to do it.
I'd say those coolies though, or koozie.
They're called can coolies, but they're called many different things.
Yeah, they got so many names.
Yeah,
but I use the crap out of mine. So yeah, go over to KILTBeardCo.com. Go get you a 4-pack of some oils. You mix and match, right? I mean, like you said, you got 9 different oils to choose from.
Yep.
You know,
there's something for everybody.
Many different options. I mean, we got the purposeful beards in the core collection. We got the heritage collection. We even got the unscented. If you don't want any smell whatsoever, you just want the oil. You want the benefits of the oil.
Yep.
Got the unscented too.
Hey, if you have a chance, also could you like and subscribe to the show?
We're just little. It goes a long way.
Yep.
And we'd really appreciate it.
Yep. It'd be awesome. And if you have any comments in here for some feedback, we would love to hear it also.
Suggestions are always welcome.
And if you have any questions or you want to chime into the discussion about beards, Scottish beards, and scents that you like that really that you rock all the time, we'd love to hear that also.
Let Joe know how glorious his beard looks today, all trimmed and done up. It was getting pretty raggedy there, Joe.
It was, but
you made it look good.
Well, the barber, and I'll just do a shout out from Jed's Barbershop. He did really well on this here, so and that was my first time us seeing the guy, so
okay,
it's kind of a leap of faith thing. Yeah,
dang, you've been trusted new person to.
Well, my barber,
Wow.
Mr. Omar, I'm not sure where you went, but I tried to find somebody else about 5 months ago. They took like 4 inches off.
Oh, yeah,
And then I just went to
we don't want to talk about that.
a protest, and I just didn't get a shave for like 5 months. So
So, Joe,
yeah.
you got some buddies that are doing a podcast.
So there's 2 great guys who are doing
A fantastic podcast.
So
If I
we're talking
put
about
my
the Slog
2
Pod.
cents. Slog Pod. Go check it out.
So your hosts, TJ and Dustin, really jump into they explore the intricate relationships between the work environment and mental health. And on top of all that, it's just how to navigate the corporate world or work world in general, not just so much with your colleagues, but also with yourself, how to manage yourself too. And really, they're a new episode.
That's 6th episode, Joe.
So 6th episode, challenging belief about like team players and what a team player really is. They really dig into what a team player can be and what they believe it should be.
And it was really a very interesting perspective on it. You know, I don't want to say what they're talking about. I want you to listen to it, because I absolutely think that if you are in any type of business, or you just want to grow as an individual, I feel like that this podcast is definitely for you. The Slog Pod is the way to go, because I personally listened to it yesterday and used some of what they said, and I've had a great conversation with an individual, and it was fantastic. So shout out to you, Dustin and TJ. Thank you for that.
So KILT Co is the official sponsor of the Slog Pod, and I highly recommend once again for self improvement, and if excuse me, if you have a team, I'm like choking on coffee here, and if you have a team, this would be a good way for a leadership team to really engage with each other, and just like a tea leaf from this, friction is good. It can be healthy because you get feedback. You want a bunch of yes or
yes. You don't want a bunch of yes men around you.
Your company is gonna tank. Your team's gonna tank if that happens. And I'll just leave it at that. But check the Slog Pod. It'll be down in the description. Highly worth 1 hour of your life to listen to that once a month here. Once a month, I believe it is right now. But they're gonna up that here as I keep going on. But check it out, Slog Pod.
Worth every second.
And
what about the? You got a newsletter coming out, right?
It's out.
Oh, what's it on this? What are we talking about this week in our newsletter, Joe?
So it's a good jump off from the Slog Pod, and this was written after this episode, but focus, and not the type of focus that you kind of like not paying attention, which you got to pay attention.
This was a mind-blowing viewpoint on focus that we talked about on Thursday when we were talking about this video.
Yeah. So this whole entire focus, I thought, is to focus through the lens of the other person or people around you in conversations. So about 2 months ago, maybe now, someone made a comment after I was part of a promo for our beard butter, where I had a great message, I believe, but there's feedback saying that you should probably get somebody with a better looking beard. And then
haters.
And the guy didn't say it so eloquently. He and I'm gonna give some criticism back. He sounded like a 6th grader, but the thing is that that being said, it doesn't matter how it's said. You have to understand how the other person's. You have to look through their lens to see where that criticism is.
You gotta almost take the glasses off of you.
Yep.
Grab their glasses and look through it. Like, is the glass half full? The glass half empty?
And for this case, even though he didn't communicate in an adult appropriate way, in my opinion, he did have some good merits there. Like, I brought a message, but I probably didn't bring my best representation of myself to it. And and for that dude, hey, thank you. I appreciate the criticism. I've got my beard cut. It's all nice and straight. It looks good in my opinion. It's all because of you.
Amazing.
So anyways, it's the ability to look through even the harshest criticisms or the most opposite viewpoints of you, and to really just think about, hey, trying to understand them. Sometimes you may never understand them.
Yeah.
You don't have to agree with them.
It really helps with those difficult conversations.
Right.
If you can try and take a minute and think about let me focus from the other person's perspective.
Right.
You know, I honestly, the newsletter we have this week, Joe, is, I feel like, one of our best.
Sweet.
It's worth the read.
And once again, to tie some things together here, if you want to sign up for our newsletter, it's in the description. And also, to go back to our 4-pack 1-ounce bottles, there's like an extra incentive in there too.
A little extra something spicy in there for you guys.
So there's even
let's just say, May, if you're on the fence about it,
Right.
or you need a re-up,
yep.
get over there, sign up for the newsletter, go to KILTbeardco.com, and you're gonna love life.
And if you give it a chance here, we'd love to have a like, subscribe.
Oh, I got it. Okay. All right. Sorry. Anyway, sorry. Those are always fun. Sorry, guys. We're always going to do that. That cracks me up every freaking time.
That was magical right there, dude.
It was truly magical.
So let's cowboy it up.
Or, as you said, I'm a prospect. So we got some free Rein coffee, Joe. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit more about this coffee?
So what I could gather from the story here, this one gentleman who started this, or started the idea of it first, he observed cowboys, or he was a cowboy, it's something like that, and he just admired how hard they worked, and how, hands in the ground, and how much labor they put into
you cowboys out there
work,
are some crazy SOBs.
So they made some coffee that kind of fit that kind of lifestyle of that hard-working man who is dirty all day and sweats all day to just put their all into their craft, basically. And then a few of his friends came along, and they kind of started this coffee company, and free reign. Yeah, free reign.
So Joe, what's your take on the good old free reign prospect?
So this is a light roast, which I don't get a light roast out of this. I get more of a medium roast out of it, because usually a light roast has some acidity to it. This has no acidity to it to me.
I'm not getting the acidity.
You usually have some kind of acidity to it, and I'm not saying it's not welcoming. I just don't. It doesn't taste to my taste buds like a light roast. It tastes good. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
I would say that, like, it's a cowboy coffee.
Yeah.
There's no perfectly described.
So where they get it right is it says it's balanced, smooth, and has coca in it. I think I hit all that right there. I get all that right there. It's just I don't taste light. I taste more of a medium roast in this. And maybe it might be different because we got this grounded. I usually get a whole bean. So maybe there's a little bit of a difference because it was already grounded before I got it. I don't know.
They say this is a breakfast coffee or all-day coffee.
Sure.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah. No, they hit it right.
It's a good cup of Joe. You guys hear it from me most weeks. Go buy a bag of this one if you're just looking for great coffee to have in the morning.
Right.
You want to have some coffee that's not going to blow your socks off. I mean, I'm not trying to discredit this coffee, but it's nothing that I'm going to be like, oh my God, have you had this coffee? But if somebody comes over, Joe wants to come over Monday morning, have a cup of Joe with me. Let's brew up some free reign. Like,
right.
Here you go. It's just a good, subtle coffee that you can have a conversation over. You can have some, breakfast. Not have to even think about the coffee. You're just having the coffee. Right.
Yeah, no, it tastes good. Like I said,
Yeah.
I just didn't get the light roast part of it, but everything else makes sense.
I mean, I'm right there with you, Joe. That it's not really there is a pleasantry to it not being a light roast, because, for me at least, because I'm not a huge fan of that acidic part of it. And this one really is just super mellow, just gets in there, gets the job done. It's a perfect cowboy coffee. It gets the job done, gives no fucks. It just goes for it. Bam, bam. It's good bean juice, as my brother-in-law says. It's just a good, it's just,
Never heard that one before. Okay.
So I mean.
So I do want to shout out their mission for Special Operations Warriors Foundation that helps ensure post-secondary educational support and additional opportunities for people, like for Medal of Honor recipients and the children and everything like that of them.
Oh, okay.
So I do like to give back on that since I'm a veteran, and that really connects with me. So I do appreciate their the give back as far as of the military community.
Go get you a bag. You'd be stupid not to. I mean, free Rein Coffee. This is a prospect we're drinking today.
And honestly, with all these coffees,
You know,
you don't know what we're getting. Like, we're trying to make our best guess. I mean, you never know if you pass
to
up
start out
yeah.
New Mexico.
Right.
This is a great way
Yeah,
to start out.
It's kind of like it's kind of like you're like this, like a neutral.
We've got a good baseline.
Yeah.
We've got it. That you over there at Free Rein are doing a great job. Keep it up.
I think it's definitely one that we have to try. Like, one more from them.
Oh yeah.
Just to see.
You know, the one thing I do like though is this little spur that's right here in the middle of the co. I think that's kind of fun. Anyway, go get you a bag. And this one isn't like a limited
Edition,
one, right?
yeah.
So you see this. Hopefully, you know, if you see it when you're watching this current, you know, go get you a bag.
Yeah,
But hopefully, you know, a couple years down the line,
They'll still be there.
they'll still be making this one.
Right.
Go get you a bag. It's delicious.
So with all this deliciousness, all this beer goodness, and all these great deals and self-enrichment material as far as Slog Pod and our newsletter,
Go check it out.
we wish you a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Have a wonderful week. For Joseph and
Dakota.
have a great week.
Cheers, everybody.
And give him a thumbs up. I didn't even do a thumbs up.